Hello. Hi. My name's Eliza, and these weekly videos are an offering, really just a suggestion from Spirit that I decided to pick up. Spirit said, can you sit in front of a camera weekly and open yourself as an instrument, act as a medium that you are, act as the key that we have so clearly showed you are, and pass on some information for the highest good, for the benefit of anyone who listens. So here we are. I'm doing my best to continue doing these weekly, and yeah, today feels good. So, okay, let's go. We wish to continue speaking as we have previously about finding ways to move into joy. Continually finding the pathway in the space around you that is in fact the most joyful pathway for you. There is a massive amount of transition going on in the collective field right now, and we know that you feel this. We know that you witness yourself feeling this, experiencing the backlash, the reaction, the response, the choices that come from this shifting, the choices that lay down into each individual hands, the things that they do with that information, and the way that that affects you and your world on the outside. And we continue simply to invite you throughout this seemingly chaotic time to look for the pathways of joy. And when we say the pathways of joy, we also mean the pathways of ease, the pathways that provide for you a most graceful exit, if that is what is required for you to feel better. Finding the most graceful exit. Perhaps finding the most graceful entry, if that is for you what you need in order to feel good about being you. To find the most graceful way to understand something that you know you need to understand in order to move on. Finding the easiest way to face that part of yourself you know you need to face in order to let go. To truly allow yourself to update some very, very old ancestral patterns now, because there is opportunity in the next 2.5 months for all of those who so choose to on planet Earth in the human condition to let go of some very old ancestral programming. And in order to do this, we invite you to look around in the space, listen in the space, feel into the spaces around you, and find the most graceful way to exit that old way of being in order to enter a new one. It is a time of exit and the time of entry into a new setting. a new frame, a new understanding, a new way of looking at the world. And this new way of looking at the world, it needs to be modern. It needs to be progressive. It needs to be taking into account the current situation that we have and the choices that you make and that the collective field make as far as where you want to go in the future. Choosing your new framework in a way that fits into where you want to go into the future, not where you have been in the past or where you even are right now, but taking the information, understanding, remembering the ancient wisdom from the past and adding it in to the current information that is coming down through light bearers all over the world, through those who hold a very high frequency in order to channel and pass on information that comes directly from the cosmos. You see, because this information that comes directly from the cosmos, it has not been tainted, you could say, or changed around from the karmic cycle that is the pattern of Earth as it still currently stands. Now, this is being programmed. Yes, it is. This karmic cycle has been interrupted, and the bulk of the work is in fact being done, and we invite you to pat yourself on the back, to take some credit within yourself and allow yourself to do things now that feel good and feel joyful. You do not need to dig through the difficult times anymore. The digging through of the difficult times has been going on for many years on this planet, and it is time now to move into a lightness of being, a lightness of seeing, to release the heaviness with the way you look at the world and to instead find beauty and joy. And we really feel that the simplicity of this is going to give you some much needed relief and expansion in your everyday existence and in the collective field. So shall it be as you continue to co-create moment to moment. Yeah, right, okay. There was some others that wanted to come in there, but perhaps I wasn't quite ready to hear what they wanted to say. I feel a sense of responsibility. I'm just going to see if I can make my own edges there. And they wanted to say something. We wish to offer you a caution. We wish to simply say the word caution to you, not to scare you, not to put you off being in the world or engaging with others or making choices, but simply to encourage you to be more discerning than you have ever been. To encourage you to scrutinize all that you hear and see, and to trust what you feel and intuit, your instinct, your emotions. Trust your emotions, not necessarily the reaction that you may have to your emotions, but the emotions as they sit, as they present, are coming to you to let you know something about the space around you. What comes from inside, for example, your intuition, your instinct, and your emotions, these things that come from the inside, these pieces of information are trying to tell you something about the space around you and what is in it. and the pathway that you are taking. And we wish for you to use these 3 tools, these 3 measurement mechanisms inside of you, to use discernment with what is laid out in front of you. Even if what is laid out in front of you appears to be so good, appears to be right, appears to be all of the things you think you wanted to see. If something is laid out in front of you, even if it comes from someone who is appealing, attractive, charismatic, someone that you feel you trust, use caution in this way before picking up what is laid out in front of you. Use the 3 mechanisms you have inside of yourself to determine and dictate your truth from in. Because this is a practice, you see. We come to you now in this moment to let you know to begin the practice of discernment more than you have ever done before. Now, that doesn't mean not doing anything. That doesn't mean thinking the worst of people. That simply means paying attention to what is offered in front of you, getting all of the information, and then dropping into a space inside of yourself where you can be quiet and you can hear and feel and notice your responses, your internal cues, those signs and symptoms coming from inside of you as you contemplate the choice that is laid out in front of you. Simply pausing, perhaps even only for a moment, to make this analysis before making the choice. That is our invitation to you to continue to practice the art of discernment. And thank you for listening. Oh, that was really bright, almost orange magenta color. Beautiful. And interesting in there where they feel different to the other ones. Anyway, cool. Okay, I'm not going to analyze that yet. I don't care. I'm happy for the information, and I'll do another one next week, which is before Christmas. So anyway, I'll be in the Blue Mountains, and actually I think it'll be Christmas Day. Maybe I'll do one on Christmas Day or the day before. But anyway, love you lots, and see you soon. If you have any questions for Spirit, please pop them down and send me a message or leave them in the comments.